Welcome to the Thriller and Killers podcast with Doug, Aaron, Jacob, and Brianna. So today we're going to be talking about The Dark Knight, directed by Christopher Nolan, starring Christian Bale, Michael Caine, Heath Ledger, Gary Oldman, Aaron Eckhart, Maggie Gyllenhaal, and Morgan Freeman.
Is it The Dark Knight or
It is.
The Dark Knight?
It's fine.
No.
Interchangeable. The real question is this a fucking thriller and or a killer?
It's a thriller.
I don't know about that. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Well,
I mean,
the budget.
it's our fucking podcast, so we'll do what we want. But
yeah, the budget was $185 million, and the box office they made $1 billion, over $1 billion.
$1,005 million. Unless I'm stupid.
$1,005 million.
I might be stupid, but I'm pretty sure that's $1,005 million.
What does that rank all time?
Correct.
It's gotta be pretty high, right?
It's the top 10, if I'm not mistaken.
This is a thriller movie.
It's actually under action/adventure when you Google it.
It's an action thriller.
It's definitely action.
Oh my god.
It's close enough, I think. It's our podcast.
It's an action thriller.
Close enough.
All right.
Definition of a thriller movie.
So
Thrillers are characterized and defined by the moods they elicit, giving viewers heightened feelings of suspense, excitement, surprise, anticipation, and anxiety. Therefore, this movie's a thriller, bitch.
Sure. I guess we should mention this is an audible from what we originally were going to do. So if you were expecting Silence of the Lambs, sorry. The Batman's coming out next week. Or this week, I guess, when this episode comes out. So,
in preparation, we are covering The Dark Knight.
So you have what is probably the greatest cold open ever put to film, where you get to meet the Joker as multiple clown masked people rob a bank. And eventually, Joker is able to steal. Is it all the mob's money or just a lot of the mob's money?
A lot of the mob's money.
And he is manipulating these people into murdering each other, like, during the plan. It's just so good. And then when Heath Ledger takes off his mask, his clown mask to reveal the Joker face, and that, like, music cue hits, it's like pure fucking cinema, dude. So you get to meet a new character in Harvey Dent, and you get to meet Jim Gordon, Sirius Black himself, and they're starting to form an alliance to rid Gotham of all this crime. And Bruce,
oh my god, Jim Gordon and Sirius Black is the same actor.
Yeah, dude, did you not know that?
No, bro.
I just connected that too when you said that.
I killed Sirius Black.
I've blown minds. Wait till I tell you that Christian Bale is also an American Psycho. So,
okay,
Bruce Wayne kind of likes Harvey Dent, but he also kind of doesn't like Harvey Dent, I don't think, because he's paying Rachel's pipe.
Yeah.
But he offers to support this whole White Knight thing they got going on, where Harvey Dent's going to be this hero for Gotham. There's a little meeting between Maroney, Gamble, and some other people I don't remember. And they have a little meeting with a accountant that is doing business with the Wayne Enterprise.
Yeah,
Lau. And he basically proposes a plan to get this money away from everybody, but put this shit in Hong Kong, because Gotham can't have jurisdiction in Hong Kong. And that's when you get scene 2 with the Joker.
I don't think the money is actually in Hong Kong.
Is he the only person to win Best Actor after death? Probably, right?
No,
I think so.
You hitting us with the fucking the NBA advanced stats. Like,
I just think it's
well,
an interesting thing. Like, he died before he could get an award for this movie, and then he
I mean,
did
it's
get an
well
award.
deserved. The award, not the. No, just cut that
No,
out.
his
Death.
the real award was becoming immortal.
It's
He
such a
did.
good. He puts on such a good act. It's crazy.
Yes, I think that's what makes this movie so good too. Is like, this is almost not a Batman movie; it's almost more of a Joker movie, and that's really cool. Like, I'm not sure there's not a villain. The closest villain we get to somebody like this is Green Goblin. You know,
Oh,
just
don't
the
do this.
best.
Don't do this, bro.
I guess that and Scrappy Doo.
Oh, fucking King Scrappy.
What about Melvin do?
Anyway, so the Joker tells all these mob bosses that Batman does not give a fuck about where they are in the world. He's gonna hunt down whoever he needs to and get all this fucking money. So, in exchange, Joker will kill him. And eventually, I believe after Joker kills Gamble, they agree.
True.
So
Whoa,
Batman does it.
what?
What do you mean? What, Doug?
Joker doesn't kill Gamble in this scene, my guy.
No, it's
No,
after
like
this
it goes
scene.
later on. I'm just trying to do a briefer thing because
Okay.
it's like a 2-hour, 45-minute movie.
It bothers me that they don't really show the Joker killing Gamble. Just fucking side points.
It's the first of many. Do you know how I got these scar speeches? Basically,
Is this a rated R movie? I wonder if they can't show it because it's like PG-13. You know,
It's PG-13.
that's probably why. But yes, it is. That scene, I guess we should talk about because it's pretty fucking iconic. He does the "Why so serious" shit that everybody knows him by. He does the scar thing, and he tells a story. Is this the one where his dad's an alcoholic? Or
yes.
okay? His dad's an alcoholic, and he stabs his wife, Joker's mom, and then cuts
No.
Joker's face or some shit.
Joker's mom gets mauled by people. Her face gets all cut up. So his dad. Wait.
This isn't the alcoholic one.
No, the dad alcoholic one is the first one.
Okay,
True. Yeah.
I think in the dad alcoholic one, his mom gets scars too, or something.
Okay, it doesn't fucking matter. He tells some story about why he got scars, and then he kills Gamble. Batman then does exactly what Joker said he was going to do, and he goes to Hong Kong and gets Lau back and brings him back and delivers him to the front doors of the police station with a letter that says, "Please deliver to Jim Gordon," which is hilarious. These movies are sneaky funny.
Mm-hmm.
And after that happens, Harvey Dent's able to bring in the entire fucking mob. So, Joker then takes it to the next level and threatens a string of murders unless the Batman shows off who he is, takes off the mask, and he starts by killing the police commissioner and a judge. And he targets the mayor, but Gordon sacrifices himself to stop him getting assassinated. He jumps in front of the bullet. And David Dastmalion's in this movie, and fucking Harvey Dent pulls him to the side, and he's wearing a Rachel Dawes badge. So Rachel's the next target. And basically after that, Bruce decides it's time for him to reveal that he's the Batman to stop the murders. So they call a press conference, and Dent starts on this whole show of like, do we really want to do this? And everybody's like, yeah, fuck you, no more dead cops. That guy's hilarious. And so he's like, okay, Harvey Dent is like, I am the Batman. And so they arrest Dent, and Joker obviously goes after him and the convoy, but then Batman, who actually is Batman, shows up and saves him. And they do this really fucking good stunt where they flip an entire 18-wheeler over. It's really good. And then Dent is able to get away, and Joker gets arrested. So, on the way back, though, Dent and Rachel are both kidnapped. They're set up in separate locations. Both of them have explosives, and in their little interview scene, which is one of the best scenes ever between Joker and Batman, they feel that they're going to explode and they have to save them. So Joker tells them the addresses. Batman's going to get Rachel. Police are going to go get Dent. And Batman realizes too late that the Joker gave them switched addresses. So Batman saves Dent. The buildings explode. Rachel goes up in flames. Dent goes half up in flames. And he becomes Two-Face. And so Joker escapes with Lau. And yeah, after this, one of the dudes from Wayne Enterprises figures out who Bruce Wayne is, Batman. Joker decides he doesn't want Batman to reveal himself, so his new plan is kill that dude, or other people are going to die. So that guy becomes like the number one target. And if they don't kill him, they're going to blow up a fucking hospital. Hospital being blown up obviously causes mass panic. So he goes off the fucking wall, and Harvey Dent gets out of the hospital and goes on a fucking killing spree of people who basically caused the death of Rachel. And eventually, Joker is like, this shit's going off the rails. I'm going chaos mode. It's hard to explain, but he basically is going to take control by having nobody in control, kind of thing. And so he rigs these two ferries with explosive. One of them is civilians, one of them is prisoners, and they have each other's detonators. If they blow each other up, like if one blows up the other, the one that blew them up gets to survive. Eventually, Batman turns every phone in the city into sonar and finds the Joker, and the citizens and prisoners refuse to kill each other, which proves that Gotham is not a piece of shit. It actually still has hope. Batman beats the fuck out of Joker, takes him into custody. Batman still won't kill the Joker. And then eventually, Gordon and Batman face off with Two-Face, who's holding Gordon's family hostage. And Two-Face shoots Batman, tries to kill Gordon's son, blaming Gordon for Rachel's death. And then Batman spears, tackles Two-Face off the building to his death, and then persuades Gordon to hold Batman responsible for Dent's killing spree, so that Dent isn't the bad dude, because they need him to be the White Knight, which in turn makes Batman the Dark Knight. And that is the movie.
Ending gave me goosebumps.
Ending made me cry.
God damn.
Actually, not the ending. Rachel's death did, though.
PG-13, where we can't show somebody getting their throat slit, but we can fucking blow them up bigly.
It's the blood, dude. That's the problem. Okay, so let's break this movie down thrillers and killer style. What's first?
For out of all like superhero movies and stuff like this, I would consider this being like the most kind of plausible out of all of them. Like, you know how like the Marvel movies and shit have aliens and stuff. I don't see that happening, but this is like
or superpowers.
Okay, but it's gotta be it's just gotta be plausible within like the movie universe. You know what I'm saying?
Well, 100%. This is a totally plausible plot.
Yes.
Next.
Also,
Yes.
okay, I just want to randomly point out that in the scene where Joker burns his half of the money, like I literally never noticed until this episode that Lau was just
Lau's on top of it. Yeah.
Stack getting burned alive.
Didn't notice that in the entire time. I didn't even know.
You've never noticed that? Really?
No.
Yeah, he never takes Lau's on the top of the money the entire time. Like he burns Lau to
He
death.
grabs a fucking band and just hits him right in the dome and then lights him on fire. Real talk.
That scene's always funny to me because the way Joker slides down the money is very funny. He just like
Yeah.
hops onto it and slides down it.
Yes. It's like that scene's god tier.
Very just
Just
like
because it's a
ugh.
minor, you know? And
Yeah.
they're off limits.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude,
And then it
cut that,
just
bro. Cut that!
Oh god.
Oh my god.
I don't know if I can do the podcast with y'all
Oh,
anymore.
Doug,
Jesus
that's not
Christ.
worse than what you said last week, bro.
What did I say last week?
That you want minors to put your hand in their tits.
No. That is out of context. That is out of context.
Oh shit.
You know it.
Oh.
All right, boys, I gotta go. I can't be associated with this.
Oh god. Cut all of this. Cut it
Okay.
all.
Anyway, Jacob, start off with your
Oh fuck.
D minor or whatever.
So at the beginning of the movie, whenever they introduce Joker, the chord that like starts it, like as he's like talking to the bank, I guess, manager, it's a D minor chord, which is a minor in music, is very unsettling and like very like just like makes you uneasy and just very upset. But then it changes to a C major chord, which is like a happier chord. But it's just the fact that they go from a D to a C. It's like DC Comics. I don't know what Hans Zimmer was on when he made all this shit.
Whoa.
Out of his fucking mind.
We can't escape past that. Are you trying to claim that he did that on purpose?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Yeah.
Nah,
my
bro.
God.
Yeah, bro.
Hans Zimmer was on shrooms writing the score.
That's also just a natural, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Conclusion to a chord progression is the main chord of the whole song is the C chord, and that's the 1. And then the 7th of that chord is a D. So it's just, music, man.
All right, well, I don't have the fucking chordal fucking analysis, but I'm just gonna say, like,
You're welcome.
The music makes this movie thriller, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
It wouldn't be without the fucking music the whole time. You're like,
yeah,
freaking out.
The music is amazing. It is amazing.
Yeah, if you're just like want to listen to a cool, like, chill song just to get your like fucking blood pumping and shit, just like look up the Dark Knight trilogy live by Hans Zimmer. It's fucking god tier.
I have it on. I've a little bit weird, but I have a playlist of movie scores, and both Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises on that because they're god tier.
Yeah, put the Live in Prague Dark Knight trilogy medley. It's like 11 minutes long. It's fucking amazing.
Why did I pick music?
Hans Zimmer's so good. This Interstellar, god damn.
Pirates of the Caribbean, bro.
Pirates of the Caribbean. That's got to be a thriller.
Anyways, as soon as Joker takes his mask off at the beginning of the movie and they fucking play the sound, you're like, oh my god, I'm gonna come.
Oh yeah, dude, that part is that's so good. Is that the part, Jacob, you're talking about when it changes from a C to a D?
Yeah, from a D to a C, yeah.
Or D to a C, okay.
Yeah, like as he's talking, it's a D. It's very unsettling, and once he takes his mask off, it goes to the C chord.
Okay. It's amazing. Hans Zimmer's a genius. It's fucking amazing. Also, that the scene at the very end, whenever Gordon is doing his little monologue to Batman running away, the fucking theme music is playing, and it is a fucking masterpiece, dude. It's amazing.
I don't really have anything else to add on the music. I mean, I don't know enough about it. It was good. Like, especially at the end where he's doing that monologue about he's not the hero we need, but the hero we deserve. Like, with the music in the background really gives me the goosebumps.
Kanye West.
Yeah.
I feel like, I mean, I don't know if this is a category, but they have so many good quotes in here. Like, I didn't realize this quote, and I'm probably going to botch it so somebody can correct me. But I didn't realize this quote came from The Dark Knight, which maybe they got it from somewhere else. I don't know. But it's like the one that's like, you either live long enough.
You either die a hero
long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Yes.
Fantastic.
That is a noted
tatted on my
quote.
chest.
Yeah, I think we should all get tattoos of that.
I'm gonna get it tattooed on my bunda.
I'm getting
and
my
then I don't know if this just can't be said enough. The performance by Heath Ledger is just incredible.
going back to the quotes. It's just like the writing of Christopher Nolan, I think, with paired with their performances. Somehow Batman's kind of cringy lines don't really come off as cringy.
Honestly, my
He's
favorite
trying
line.
really hard with the voice, though.
Oh yeah,
Yes. He has a weird accent thing going on when he does the voice. But Heath is natural. Heath Ledger is like that shit is so his laugh, the Joker laugh too.
Yeah, some of his scenes actually kind of scare me. I like forget I'm watching a thriller / action movie. Like when he's like recording the people to warn Gotham or whatever, like those are kind of scary.
Yeah, it has some horror elements to it for sure.
And then I don't know, like just the fact that the mental state that he's playing is like horrifying too. Like when he's I mean, like don't get me wrong, there's been other movies where like the villains get beat up and they're laughing, but like I mean, I haven't seen one, although I don't watch a lot of movies. But not like that. Like it was almost like when he was in the jail cell and Batman was like beating him up and he was just like laughing. It's like an eerie like
he's
how do
enjoying
I
that
feel?
shit.
I don't know how I feel about this.
Yeah, and he also is like, you have nothing on me because like he doesn't give a fuck. He wants him to
Yeah.
kill him. It's such a good quality for like okay. Dark Knight is like a mind game with Batman, and then Dark Knight Rises is like a body game. And I think those are such two good contrasts in movies. Like this one, you have somebody who is an equal match of Batman's mind, and in Dark Knight Rises, you have somebody who's an equal match of his body. Christopher Nolan, genius. We can ignore Batman Begins, right? Like we can all agree it's okay.
It's definitely the weak link out of the three.
100%. Think it. Looking
It's
at
not,
the
like,
trilogy,
It's not bad either. It's good.
I think it's okay.
I'm praying the new Batman, which will have a premiere week
Premiere week on.
is at least as good as Batman Begins. So
If it's as good as Batman Begins, I'll be happy.
Yeah,
Which I believe it will.
I'm
I have
scared, bro.
a strong trust in Robert Pattinson that he's not gonna pick something that is just a boring superhero thing, you know? I don't think
True,
this
yeah.
is gonna be like a Man of Steel situation. Feel like we're gonna do something kinda different, and I'm excited for that.
Well, Robert Pattinson could be goated and they can still just fucking make the movie suck.
No,
so
that's very factual.
it's not really up to him.
Yeah, but they still have to agree. You know, they read the scripts before they agree on to it and everything. I feel like I just trust him enough that I would hope his judgment is good enough that he wouldn't just play Batman for funsies. He actually likes what's happening.
You think Oscar Isaac read the scripts for Star Wars before he agreed to do it? Oh
Yeah, I do.
wait. But they didn't have the trilogy planned, so he only read the fucking script for Force Awakens. He was like, "This could be cool." Then I'm pretty sure he got the
That
script.
could very well be what happened.
He got the script for Last Jedi. He was like, fucking calls his
What the fuck is
agent.
this?
Am I like contractually obligated to do this, or
I'm
Did
worried
fuck-
for Moon Knight, dude. He's in Moon Knight. I'm worried.
What the fuck is Moon Knight?
Moon Knight's like the
Another
Marvel
Marvel
hero.
Oh no. I
Basically, he's
I
like
just gave
insane.
up on Marvel, bro. So
Me too.
What do y'all think of the premise? Like
Uh,
I don't know if you can think back over 10 years ago when you heard that
what do you mean?
Christopher Nolan was making The Dark Knight. Was it exciting? Were you like, eh?
I didn't give a fuck who directors were back then.
I also don't
Yeah.
think I knew.
I just
Fun
well, I
fact,
was
though.
This
Go ahead.
movie had like a cultural impact though, so it was like it was
oh, it
huge.
did.
So
Yeah. because the reason was because like the first one was good, like to the point where people were like, "Holy shit!" Because all the Batman movies before this, other than like Tim Burton's Batman movies, were fucking dog shit. Like they were bad. Like they were really really bad. And he made Batman Begins, and everyone's like, "This is actually really fucking good." And then they said that they would bring the Joker in, and it was played by Heath Ledger. People lost their shit, and it just
Is this,
and they delivered.
you can cut this, but is this the one where I feel like I remember when it came out in Colorado, like there was a shooting in one of the movie theaters?
Yes,
Yes. Oh,
yes.
yes.
Yeah, I
It's
feel
sad.
like that's when I first really heard about it because I like wasn't really paying attention, and then I was like, oh, and then either before or after, soon after, or like soon before, was when Heath Ledger passed.
Yeah, this
I
movie
think
has
it
a
was
lot of
before
weird
the movie
shit
came out.
around it.
Yeah.
What do
For
you mean?
premise wise, what?
What do you mean it has a lot of weird shit around it?
Like the shooting, like Heath Ledger dying. Those that's not always normal things that happen on a movie.
Well, I mean, just because some weirdo happens to shoot a bunch of people while The Dark Knight happens to be on, doesn't really make it
No, I'm not saying the movie caused the shooting. I'm just saying
weird.
those I'm saying weird shit happened around the Dark Knight.
Is Legally Blonde a weird movie because Reese
I'm
Witherspoon
not saying it's a weird movie.
is Legally Blonde have weird shit around it because they discovered Reese Witherspoon's forehead was like had a gravitational pull? This episode of Thrillers and Killers is brought to you by Anchor.
If you haven't heard about Anchor by Spotify, it's the easiest way to make a podcast with everything you need all in one place. Let me explain. Anchor has the tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer.
When hosting on Anchor, you can distribute your podcast on listening platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and more.
It's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. And best of all, it's totally free.
Download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. All right, fellas. So, we recorded this Tuesday night, February 22nd, and half our recording fucking disappeared. So, here comes a re-recording for the dedication for the fans. All
Dark Knight
two of you.
2.
So, when we previously left off, we were talking about fucking D minor and Reese Witherspoon's massive forehead. So now I think Jacob wants to talk about the Joker and his plans, or lack of plans, or perceived lack plans while pretending he has no plans.
The fact that he's just a fucking G when it comes to being a villain, he's the greatest of all time. He puts up the illusion of like the fact that he doesn't have a plan and he's just the dog chasing cars, but in actuality he has all of these plans within plans to set up for future plans that are gonna, get foiled, but then he has a backup plan. It's fucking ridiculous.
Say plans one more time.
Plans.
I will need you. To build on your point, I think there's a lot of cool imagery and symbolism with the dogs and the Joker. A lot of there's a ton of times in this movie they talk about Joker as like a dog, and there's dogs are referenced a lot with the Joker. And you know what? I'm just putting this together. Maybe how in the beginning of the movie, Batman gets attacked by dogs, and they get through his suit.
Yeah, true.
Maybe that is a reference to the Joker is a dog, and he's able to get through Batman mental suit. You know what I'm saying?
True, yeah.
I put it together.
A good fucking point. I've never thought
Honestly,
about
that's the best take I've ever heard from you since we started recording this podcast.
I've never thought about that before. You're a genius.
Because I guess to
Fucking
elaborate
genius.
with it, Batman gets attacked by dogs, and his suit's bulletproof and all this shit, but the dogs are able to get between the cracks and really fuck him up. And I'm just saying, Somebody call up Christopher Nolan. I need to ask him if that's the case.
It's Christopher Nolan. You already know. He didn't do it
It
on
is.
accident. So,
I
and
always, thinking about it, I always thought the dogs were kind of weird. Like, what is the obsession with the dogs in the beginning? And then also at the end, and I don't, is it a coincidence that the fight scene with Joker at the end has dogs? I
Nothing
don't
in
know.
this
No,
movie is a
it's.
coincidence.
I don't think that's a coincidence. I think it's the fact that like how you said like the dog bites through a Batman suit in the beginning, and then just like kind of it's a metaphor for Joker being the mad dog that gets through his mental state and stuff. But like also those dogs never belonged to the Joker. They were always the mob's dogs. And like the mobster was always like, "Oh yeah, my fucking dog hungry. I'll feed you to my dogs or fucking crazy dogs, whatever." But like the next scene after the Joker kills him, like the dogs are just like absolutely 100% loyal to the Joker, which is weird. Like dogs don't do that. But
That's
like
true.
he's basically like the alpha male of the dogs. Like it's weird, but fucking smart. Got
Joker
Christopher
is
Nolan
an
to his
alpha
name.
male for sure.
2 alpha males. An unstoppable force meets an immovable object. Last time we were talking about themes as well, I believe, that got cut. If we want to go into that again. Chaos.
Chaos. Yeah, I think chaos versus order. That's
But
got to be the number one.
yeah. But the thing is like that's the whole theme. But like Joker is literally ordered chaos, which is kind of weird.
And Batman is chaos order.
You know,
Do do do.
when the
Dun, dun, dun,
Joker's
dun.
when the Joker's talking to Harvey Dent in the hospital, that really hits with me. Where he's like, as long as everything's according to plan, then it's nobody
Everybody's
freaks out.
perfectly fine with it.
Even if the plan's fucked up.
Yeah,
It's
You always got a plan.
it's
Gotta have
it's
a
just
plan.
straight up true. It's just factual, like in real life. So
Yeah, I think the examples he uses are like when soldiers get shot, nobody freaks
yeah. I
out.
got like a
It's
truckload
the
of soldiers
plan.
get blown up or whatever. But like if one senator gets shot, everybody loses their mind or whatever.
yeah.
Crazy. What next?
You know what? I'm just gonna fucking plagiarize this article 100%. Nah, just kidding. We'll give credit to the author, David Chin. Hopefully you're still alive. It's been like
14 years.
14 years since you wrote this shit, but the themes he's got is the symbology of Batman. So I guess that would also be like the symbology of Harvey Dent in this movie. Like Harvey Dent's the White Knight and Batman is the Dark Knight.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. Also more what's the fucking word? Practically, I guess. If the people know the truth about Harvey Dent, then all those people he just put in jail are gonna get released. So
Is that was that legit? Like if the person who put you away is a bad guy.
Is doing the same thing. It's kind of like a
Okay. It makes
Yeah.
it okay. So it makes him harder to actually convict them of.
exactly. Yeah, true.
I got you. I did
also-
think that was kind of a weird thing going on the whole time, but I didn't question it while watching it.
And also, a lot of them were put away on basically like I guess they talk about it more in the next movie. It's it's like a bill that was passed, like a Harvey Dent bill or some shit like that, to where basically, like, if you were involved in this, you got put away.
It would still.
Ladies and gentlemen, we were having all kinds of fucking technical difficulties. We are working with. Some of us have scuffed equipment. We don't all live together. So.
If there's any weird cuts in here, I'll do my best in editing, but just know that.
Hopefully we'll have it fixed up for next week, but sorry. So Brianna, what was your thought there?
Well, I don't know if it's gonna make sense from where it cut, but
hey, just send it.
What I was saying is, like,
I guess it was kind of not like exactly on the point of what Bree was saying, but like it does. They do bring this up, like the whole, like, I guess that's what I'm looking for, of how it's like affecting like Jim Gordon's family, like the fact that he's having to hide Harvey's true intentions and what he really did. Like in The Dark Knight Rises, like his family leaves him a few years after it happened because they can't take it.
Okay, then you can cut that, because for the record, I haven't really seen The Dark Knight Rises, so now I just
No,
sound like an idiot.
No, no, you don't have to. It's fine.
I think the son can still have trauma in Cleveland because that's where
yeah, yeah.
Aaron's just desperately trying to put in his fucking.
I just want people to know.
He's trying to desperately put in his scorching hot take.
It's not a hot take. I always have.
It's literally scorching hot take.
It's not. I don't think it's better. I think these movies are equal.
Oh, there's a hot take.
I would put them both in the God tier. I don't know how I would rate. I don't know how I would put them.
God.
You don't think Rises is in God tier?
No.
I would go Batman Begins in B, and then both the Dark Knight in God tier.
Jesus Christ.
I can agree with that.
Rises. I'm a sucker for the comeback story, man. And Anne Hathaway kills his Catwoman. I even like Robin. And I'm just going to put out there that the end of Dark Knight Rises is almost perfect. And I think the ending of The Dark Knight is a little bit to be desired. I'm not going to lie.
Oh my God, arrest this man.
That was unnecessary.
Very mean, Doug.
Fucking next topic.
So you're sorry.
I'm sorry.
I love Bane.
Bane is good, but he's still second to Joker.
Would anybody like to talk about the acting?
Yes, Heath Ledger kills it in the acting. He plays an evil person so well that it is actually scary. I'm actually not sure if this is in the other the other clip that we filmed, but I know I mentioned this last night. So, like the way that he laughs when he's like getting beat up, like I've seen other people in other movies do that, but like the way that he does it, it is unsettling. Like that's how good the acting is. I know I've read and seen stuff that he's like a method actor, so that's kind of crazy to get your mindset in. But I mean, this movie would be not nothing, but it would not be as good as it is without Heath Ledger as the Joker. And
I'm trying to think.
I'll die on that hill.
I'm trying to think if there's anybody else that could play this character this way and get away with it, or it be as good as it is.
Like, not that I have really. I know there's been other joke. I know there's been other Jokers, but you know, like your favorite movie or like TV show, for example, and like that person just plays that character so well that you're like, I just can't picture anybody else playing that character. Although, like, we never saw the other people, so who's to say? But like,
Matthew Lillard and Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we've seen other Jokers, and I know it wasn't. I haven't seen all those movies, if I'm being honest. But from what I can tell, like, nobody tops Heath Ledger as the Joker. Like the other movie that they made, the Joker, with
Jared Leto?
No.
Jack Nicholson.
No. Isn't it called the Joker?
Joaquin Phoenix?
Yes.
Joker 2019. Who's
Yeah.
good?
Jacob just said it.
Oh, sorry.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Oh, yes. Like his was good. Like, don't get me wrong, his was good. But the energy doesn't necessarily match in this movie, if that makes any sense.
Jacob, you can inform us more, but this is a different type of Joker than we had seen, right? Like
Yes.
the other Jokers were goofier than this, less
Yeah.
intense.
This is a very realistic, psychopathic Joker. Like the others, the TV show is very comical, live action, and then the only other Joker other than him was Jack Nicholson, which was very serious until he became the Joker, and then he kind of had like a showmanship about him, and just like a comedic kind of like undertone. But like this is like all fucking serious,
I mean, he has like
psychopathic
comedic
tendencies.
things, but they're so disturbing that they don't
Yeah.
always come off as comedic.
Like he has different comedic. Like Jack Nicholson's comedic was like in the Tim Burton Batman. At one point, he goes into a museum with all of his henchmen, and he's wearing some painter's hat in this really like big outlandish like bright purple suit, and he's dancing to music the entire time, and he's like just like spray painting pictures and stuff. Like that comedic kind of tone is what Jack Nicholson had.
Yeah, when it comes to mind, the comedic tones that this Joker hits are like making the pencil disappear.
Yeah.
Is like his magic trick, which is disturbing because it like goes
Yeah.
through his fucking head. The Joker card, when he's like, "You guys think about it. Here's my card," and he pulls out like the Joker card, gets actual laughs out of me every time. That shit's hilarious. But it's not like over the top. It's so subtle, and it's combined with so much disturbing shit that it doesn't always read as like comedy.
Yeah. I mean, he just hit so many different ranges, And like there wasn't, I mean, in my opinion, there wasn't any like terrible acting, but I mean, I don't think anyone can compare to what
No.
Heath Ledger did. Like nobody can even come close. Sorry. Not sorry.
I do also think I want to mention, or on the terms of comedy here, this movie is sneaky funny, and Batman is also very funny in this movie. Like the "I'm not wearing hockey pads" lines gets laughs out of me. The scene whenever Joker is at the fundraiser for Harvey Dent, and Rachel like punches him, and he's like, "Oh, a little fight, I like that." And Batman's behind him, and he's like, "You're gonna love me." It's so funny. I think that Christian Bale hits like the perfect amount of like quippiness, but like also that Batman's like a super serious character.
Yeah.
And I
Wow.
think it continues into Rises too.
We're not talking about Rises anymore.
I'm just putting it out there that I think he does a great job in all three movies, specifically this and Rises.
All
And
right.
Anne
Yep.
Hathaway is also funny, and also Bane is funny. Just putting it out there.
Cinematography, fellas.
Yeah,
It was good.
I think it's fantastic. You talked about it last night. I'll shout it out. The aerial shots of Gotham are crazy.
And Hong Kong.
Correct. Both of those are amazing.
Is that like an actual Hong Kong skyline supposed to
Yeah.
be? Or
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I can tell you that there are some also other great shots in this movie. There's a bunch of like I talked about this. It's kind of repetitive. I don't know if it's on the other recording, but there's spinning shots around Dent, Gordon, and Batman that are really cool. I think that the camera work is very good.
I'm just gonna throw in there that the scene was actually filmed in Hong Kong. So
Yeah, we had to rent our hospital. That's where the budget went. There is a hospital in this.
Yes.
You gotta blow it up.
I wonder if it's a real hospital.
I know it's
I
a real
thought
I
it
read
building.
somewhere that it was.
I thought it was a
I know it's a real building.
collision because
It is.
when it didn't go off, like that scene was improvised. That's what unless everyone's lying, to me, which
No,
is
it was
easy
I
to
think
do.
I think you're right.
But
We can roll this into effects too. We'll just talk about all of the explosions because there's a lot of good ones.
well, like I'm sure. Well, people who know this movie probably knows this. This isn't anything new if this is true, but when Joker's leaving the hospital, like pushing the button to explode and it doesn't, and he like looks back and then he like pushes it again a couple times and then it does, and you can tell like he jumps a little bit. Like that was improv and they left it in because it was so good.
I wonder if he's a method actor. Like, I wonder if he was the Joker always.
Well, I read or listened to interviews where at one point to get into this character, he locked himself in a fucking hotel room for 2 weeks
Jeez.
I couldn't
and
do
just
that.
fucking went into the character.
That could never be me.
Anyways, they're timed and it's real time in the movie. So they're set for 2 minutes and 30 seconds or some shit, and it's actually 2 minutes and 30 seconds, so it's pretty cool.
I think that's amazing, honestly.
Because most movies don't give a fuck.
The attention to detail you have to the editing to get that right, it's crazy.
We've already covered Alien. I don't remember if we looked it up or not. Is Alien real time when they set off the reactor
I
to
look,
self-destruct?
I don't know, but I know Christopher Nolan is really good about having real time events like that in his movies. This is that way. The Bomb in Rises is that way. At the last 10 minutes of it or whatever. The whole fucking Tenet scene, the 10-minute Tenet scene, if you know what I'm talking about, if you see Tenet, that's all real time. He's a god.
Let's just we'll do the it factor and then roll that right into the ratings.
Yep.
So I'll start. Is the movie one of a kind and or above and beyond? Yes, it's fucking
Of
goated.
course.
Just how good the Joker is alone makes it one of a kind and also above and beyond.
Sure, yeah.
Ignoring all the other good shit in the movie. So I'm putting it in God tier. Jacob?
I'm gonna also put it in god tier. The acting's phenomenal throughout the entire thing from all, characters and stuff, and just the fucking storyline's really good too.
All right. So I'm also gonna rank it as God tier. Just a great movie all around. I mean, the Joker alone, Heath Ledger just makes this movie. I'll go so far out to say I don't think this could be replicated. So I mean, I'm sure they'll make other movies and there might be other Jokers, but Heath Ledger will always be my Joker. And I mean, when the end of a movie gives you goosebumps, it's hard to, not rank it God tier. So that's my final rating.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy that I think most people, Heath Ledger is the Joker, even though
There's been others.
Well, not just that there's been others, but Mr. Phoenix's acting was also fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So
Joker's one of those roles that if you can get it right, it can become a great acting role,
Yeah, sure.
It's written in a way that if you can do it right,
And
it becomes an all-time performance.
Yeah,
How do you
because
say-
it's just the character itself is the greatest villain of all time.
how do you say his name? Joaquin?
Well, besides Green
Joaquin
Goblin.
Phoenix.
Oh,
Okay,
that's
dude,
not
the
who
Green
you're-
Goblin's good, but he's not the fucking Joker, bro.
That's not who
Or
you were
Scrappy
just talking
Doo.
about.
Okay, yeah,
Hmm?
Scrappy Doo's pretty
Is that who
fucking
you were
god
just
tier.
talking about when you were talking about the Joker, Joaquin?
yes.
Okay, so Joaquin's Joker is good, although it's good in the fact that it just it constantly has me on edge, and I feel eerie the whole time. I don't feel. I'm trying to think of the word. I mean, kind of what we talked about. Heath Ledger's Joker. There are eerie times, but not every time he's on screen, I'm I feel eerie, if that makes sense. Joaquin's acting is so good too, but I feel like when I watch, after I watch him, I need to go talk to somebody because I'm like, it's crazy. I just can't put the words together. I don't know if that made any sense, and if it doesn't, you
I
can
think-
cut it.
There are
I think-
there are like two different Jokers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Joker, the new Joker is way more serious, which is crazy because this Joker's serious. But like the other Joker's not as funny.
Yeah,
He's more awkward.
the difference
You
between the
wouldn't-
two is
You wouldn't
Wa-
get it.
the difference between the two is Joaquin Phoenix is just he's like the thing he's facing is like just his mental state and like
Yes.
everything like that. But like this, like Heath Ledger's Joker is playing off of Batman,
Yes.
and it's
Yes.
like he's the like the foil to like he's just trying to fuck Batman. Like that's his motive here, and he doesn't care about anything else. When like Joaquin Phoenix's Joker's like his mental state and like all this other stuff.
Yes. So in conclusion, again, Heath Ledger will always be my Joker.
Wait until you see William Dafoe's Joker.
Oh my god.
That ever happens.
Dude, I would you don't want to know what I would do for that.
Wait, it's like
Dude.
they do a movie
Dude.
like Logan. It's fucking old Batman.
Oh
and-
my god.
It's old Batman and old Joker, and then I don't know, some shit happens.
Dude, I'm just imagining
They go to NASA.
They're doing the new the Batman with Robert Pattinson. The next one is Willem Dafoe playing the Joker opposite Robert Pattinson's Batman, and we're just doing the Lighthouse Part 2, but with
Oh,
superheroes. Oh shit. For mine, I'm not gonna beat a dead horse. We all know how good the Joker is, but I will say God tier. I don't think there's any disputing that. For me, it's fantastic. You should definitely, even if you aren't into superhero movies, it's so not even like a superhero
Yeah.
movie that you should check it out. It's about so
True.
much more than that, and I really like. But I do love
Yeah,
Dark
we-
Knight Rises more.
We really didn't talk about that enough. That this isn't a superhero movie like other superhero movies are.
Yeah.
It's nothing like this is not an MCU movie. You can't get further away from that. Like this is a completely different type of movie than what you would expect for a superhero movie, which is
True.
why it works so well for me. Because I'm not a huge fan of superhero movies, just to be completely blunt.
Yeah. I was gonna say because it's Batman, nobody actually has actual powers.
Yeah,
I guess technically, Batman has his fighting ability isn't realistic or whatever, but you know what I'm saying. It's not fucking. He's not flying. Well, I guess he is kind of flying. He can't fucking shoot lasers from his eyes or run fast as shit, or he doesn't have ultra super strength. So
Yeah.
it's not
Yep.
really a superhero movie, but it is, but it's not.
It's unanimous. It's a God tier movie.
All right.
Mic drop.
So we did a fucking bait and switch on you guys this week, so we can do a premiere week for the new Batman. But next week we'll have Silence of the Lambs. So, hey, spoiler alert: you're getting two god tier fucking bangers back to back.
or are they?
You are.
Just saying. You don't know. Yeah, I might not. I might not. I
Yeah,
might
Aaron's
not.
mentally ill actually, so he'll probably be like Silence of the Lambs B.
D.
But yeah, follow us on Twitter at ThrillKillPod.
I'm so proud of you.
Uh,
I feel like you're missing a couple plugs.
fucking like our Spotify or some shit. Comment. I don't fucking know.
No, that's not it. They have ratings. They have
Rate-
stars. Give us
Hit
some
us with
stars.
hit us with the whatever stars you feel is appropriate, either 6 or 9 stars, whichever you prefer. Um,
Doug and I have a podcast as well. Talk about Peaky Blinders. It's called Stream Bros Podcast. Check it out as well. If you like Peaky Blinders, or you just want to hear Doug and I talk. We do have pretty sexy voices. So,
good God.
anything else?
No, fucking cut it.
Nope.
All right, thanks for listening.
Goodbye.
See you guys.
See you pussies next week.